Let your body have a seat. Let your body be held by this chair, this awesome chair. Say, thank you, chair. You got me, you got me. Oh, ground beneath my feet, you got me. Sometimes it just feels like the ground's going to be pulled out from underneath us. Sometimes it feels like the ground's just cracking wide open and we're going to fall in. The good news is, down in the middle is water. Miriam's well. Some time ago, I decided there is no new water. There is no new water. Think about it. All the stories of all of time are in our water. The water that flows like the infinity loop of the universe, like El Chai V'Kayam Tamid, like Ma'ariv Aravim, like life and death and rebirth, water. The prayers of the Sabbath, of every day really, they are like water. They are so old. They've been here so long before us. They're going to be here long after us. If you know the Hebrew and you're singing along, amazing. If you don't know it and you're kind of mumbling along, you're doing it. There is a magic thing that's happening when we gather here to pray, and I don't know what brought you here tonight. Please stick around and tell me. But I think it has something to do with this medicinal act of singing and being like water, this flow, this like connecting to all of time. We really know in these moments that all of time is now. I carry with me my dead. I carry with me my future generations. Not just in dream state in my sleep, but dream state while I'm awake. The prayers, they're wild like that. They don't have a map, like a typical map. They're like a map, like shaped like breath. They go this way, then they come like this. Then they're like, whoo. And we're just these like human beings. Like I'm just like a New Yorker doing the best I can, having a really hard week, constantly being stuck and reminded of my shortcomings. It's amazing. And then I show up here, and the expanse is like, I mean, Lisa Sokolov is with us tonight, my friend. Martin Shamlinpour. This is like not normal musicians. I don't know if you picked up on that. There's nothing normal about Sabbath Queen. When I sing by myself, and I'm a singer, I've been singing my whole life. When I was young, like your age, probably maybe even younger, I began singing, and I just used to sing like I was at camp, and we had song sessions. I sang in the choir, but like not until I was actually a young adult, living by myself. Big deal, right? Your first. Remember when you like left home? For those of us who have done that, we like separate from your parents, separate from those who raised you, separate from those that told you what to do all the time, and then suddenly you're in your own space. Enter the expanse. Well, the first time I sang by myself in the expanse like that, I cried and cried and cried. And ever since then, frankly, when I sing by myself, I just cry. I don't know why. I'm not here to explain that. I'm not so interested in why. I just know that what happens is when I buzz my vocal cords and I'm like going through it and I just start to make this music, tears come. And I've learned from enough therapists that that's a good thing. I've learned that that's good, that I'm not supposed to just swallow them back, which maybe I want to do, but really to let them through. And recently I learned about something called objection without constriction. This is a technique, and I managed to arrive here without writing down the developer of this theory. Please forgive me. Come talk to me afterwards. I'll have her name. She's a somatic experience therapist and thought leader. And objection without constriction means there are going to be times when you will need to object without constriction. For example, something's happening in the world, and it is not going to work for you to just walk around a little bit upset when you are extremely upset. For example, something might be happening in your life. Maybe you lost somebody recently. Maybe you have suffered something. Just really, there's no words for it, and it's just not going to work to only feel it halfway. In fact, she teaches, and I think we all know this, when you're not feeling it all the way, what do you do with it instead? You kind of hold it in front of you, and then you just walk around with it. And like, you can't really see your friend because you're like, hi, because you have to go through this thing every time, and there's something blocking us. So how do we do it? So she introduced me to objection without constriction, and I realized right away that that's what the prayers are doing for us. She said, you must find a container, perhaps a practitioner, a person, a caregiver, somebody who can be with you and help build a container for you to go to the depths of your feelings. And just take your time and be, have an ugly cry and let it out, and then your body will be able to process the depths of feelings. Maybe you do it many times so that you can experience this. And then she said the container helps you to finish that moment, and then you put it down, and you bring it back when you need it next. I thought, that's what the prayers are doing. When I begin to sing the Shema, it starts with a sound, shh. I'm breathing. Oh, that's breath. Okay, Shema. And then the word is over. And that means the expression has complete. Then I have to take a breath, right, because singing reminds you to breathe. I learned that from Bernice Johnson Regan. Singing reminds you to breathe. Right. So if we choose to sing, you could sit silently. I've done that too. But if you do choose to sing, then at the end of the note, lo and behold, you have to take a breath. Well, that might just save our lives. So tonight at Sabbath Queen, what we've been doing is we've been yearning without constriction. We've let the prayers kind of guide us, almost like a sonic tunnel that we climbed inside. That's how I see it. I see what we're doing is like climbing inside music notes and just letting the music note like a onesie, just like, we just like lose myself into a music note, tunnel where I need to go. Ufros aleinu, that piece we just sang. Maria, will you go back one slide? Maria is the holy. Maria, excuse me. They are our prayer book. Without Maria, we would not even have a prayer book. So thank you, Maria. Maria, this prayer is so wild. The word rock is in here. I am a Virgo. I'm an earth person. I need my rocks. I could sit on a rock my whole life, and I just wouldn't miss you. I love you, but I need a rock. So when I sing Tsuri, I need to actually feel the rock. And when I sing Vigoali, which is the shape of salvation, hello? What are you going to do? You're just going to sing it like halfway? Right? You can, but you don't have to. So my friends, I'm so glad we're here together. I'm so glad I don't have to sing by myself tonight, because that cry will come later. So thank you for being in this play with me. I wonder, one question, that you might pick a word for me today for yourselves, and the word is a response to this question, okay? The question is, what is supporting you right now? You heard what supports me. What supports you? Because what I think we could do, and we're not, the container is small. We're always running a little bit late. I'm guilty of the same. We're running a little bit late. But the container is what it is tonight, and we should take advantage of it because it's a medicinal container for us to yearn without constriction for a period of time, for the moment that we're singing. And then you breathe, and you can be like, change the subject. But in that moment, that word is going to be the prayer. So I want to ask you, what supports you? Could you possibly put it into a word? Maybe it's the word that you added into this ancient well. Maybe you want to get up and write it into a well. Maybe you haven't thought of it yet. But take a second. I also realized that sometimes what supports me, once I think of it, it's because I don't think I have it. Earlier today, I asked somebody for a blessing. I just happened to have one of those days where I really needed to phone a friend. I phoned a friend. I said, can you give me a blessing? I'm desperate. She gave me a blessing, and she mentioned something that I have been complaining about. I don't have this. And then she's like, you have this. That was the blessing. So I realized, oh, that's what I need. So maybe there's something that you think you don't have, but maybe that's what you want to call in tonight. What we're going to do in a second is we're going to relax our bodies. I mean, you've made it this far. You have made it this far. You showed up. You got to the West Village. Maybe you even walked through Washington Square Park and heard 1,000 prayers already. Maybe you splendored yourself. Maybe you bathed your hands. I hope you did. That's so smart of you if you did that. If not, you can do it later. Maybe you already participated in the altar. Maybe you've already sung your butt off tonight. But we're going to just sing this word. We're going to use the medicine of this gathering. If anyone feels brave, you could help each other out. If you want to call your word out, you might be helpful to somebody who hasn't thought of one yet or who feels fully paralyzed right now of like, please don't call on me. Please don't make my brain think. I get it. Do we have any words that want to be called out? I'll echo them back. Love. Chesed, compassion. Hope. Journey. Generosity. So remember, these are words. In a minute, we're going to sing them, and you can steal anybody's word, by the way. Mutual respect. Forgiveness. What supports me is, Vicki, if anything's coming in the chat, you let me know. Great, give us a few. Loving kindness. Beacon. Connection. My neshama, my soul. Okay, thank you, Vicki. Vicki's on the ritual team tonight. You too can be on the ritual team. You just volunteer. You got your word? Everybody have a word? You got one? Okay, Ezra, if you have one, then I feel we can begin. Okay. I remember what mine is. So here's what I recommend. You know that magnet that says sing like nobody's watching? This is that moment. Just close your eyes. Like, just don't look at anybody. Just take some space. And Lisa Sokolov, could I just bother you to do that? You know that G chord that you were playing for the song One? Could we get that? I just love Lisa's playing. I find it very courageous choices, and it's really helpful to me. You have your word? Okay, this is like what singers do before they sing sometimes. You can do that. Okay. Exhale completely. And you're just going to sing it, and it's going to be like a sacred cacophony of voices just going to sing together, and that's how this is going to work. You ready? Ready? Big inhale. One full breath. Go. Take another breath. Let's do another round. Is here, and we know 3 is a magic number, so the 3rd one is the seal, the 3rd one is the charm, and when you finish the 3rd one, you take another inhale, and we close this practice. Go. is a way to integrate our feelings through our body. We drink water. We put our feet on the ground. We let the prayers flow through us. We let our feelings flow through us. And then we ground them down to the ground.